Hello, Book Connectors. Welcome or welcome back to the Book Connection. I'm your host, Blue-Eyed Black Devil. And I have some explaining to do. Yesterday's question, or rather, the question that I meant for today, I accidentally posted it yesterday evening. The one where I was asking, what type of genre, what's your favorite genre of book to read? That was supposed to be today. I don't know what I was going through, but I ended up posting it yesterday. So, I'm here now with today's question, which is, I know I may be dating myself a little bit, but here goes. Does anybody remember the TV show called Dark Shadows? I was thinking about that. It just came to me out of nowhere a while ago, so I decided I'd go ahead and let that serve as today's question. So let me be honest with you all. I did a little cheating, I guess you may be able to call it. What I did was I went online to check some dates and things, and I was like, yeah, I got enough information. I may be able to pull it together. Now, the show originally aired from June 27th, 1966 to April 2nd, 1971. That gave them 6 seasons, I think. I tell you, we loved it. And when I say we, I mean my mom and 2 of my sisters. We loved it. As scary as my mom is, she still loves a good old-fashioned scary movie or stuff. We watch Haunted History, all that stuff. And then, growing up, we would, some of the neighborhood kids, I guess we might have been macabre, some people may say, because we used to play church, and we would have funerals. And then it was a few people I was around who could actually play musical instruments. So if I wasn't on the piano or the clarinet, somebody else would be. And when somebody else was playing the instrument, I always wanted to be the one to write the obituary. I always wanted to be the one to write the obituaries. And then if I was going to be a character that day, I always wanted to be the witch. I guess you would be considered the head witch or the ringleader or whatever. I always wanted to be Angelique. But now every time we played church or funerals, it wouldn't necessarily be Dark Shadows. We only played Dark Shadows maybe 4 or 5 times. If we had somebody church service or at least a funeral service once a week. But the other reason why I asked the question is because, okay, when the show originally aired, I guess it was 5 weeks before I was born in 1966. And so I was, getting ready to be 5 when it went off. So I was like 4.5 years old when it went off. Now, as kids, we didn't know. We thought that was, still being aired, the original series. But looking back, we had to have, my sisters and I, my mom knew it was reruns, but my sisters and I we must have been watching it like from the mid-1970s to maybe the top of the 80s. I'm not sure. But I just remember every one of us thought it was just still on TV, not knowing we were watching reruns. But other than, if you are not familiar with that, you may find it somewhere where you can watch it or whatever. One of the reasons I really enjoyed that show is because it really was one that would scare me in the daytime. I like, if I'm going to watch a horror movie, I like more psychological movies, head games that keep you guessing. You don't always see. It's not right there in plain sight. You just have to remember or further investigate. Like, what was that man's name that did Psycho? Oh, Alfred Hitchcock. And so those were the type scary movies that or TV shows, we watched growing up. Now, about 4 or 5 years ago, I came across Dark Shadow, the book. Well, Dark Shadows, the book. And I thought, oh, it took me right back to childhood. So I tried to read it. I honestly tried to read it. And I think the reverse thing happened with me. You know, a lot of people, or maybe it's just most of the people I know, if they read books, most of the time they say they don't bother to watch the movie because the movie usually isn't whatever they felt the movie should be. I have one friend who enjoys reading and watching movies, but she says when she goes to the movies, she has to make an effort on her part to remember, okay, 9 times out of 10 the movie may be good, but it'll never top the book. She said, when I do that, I can enjoy the movie for what it is. And I'll probably still like the book better, but the movies wouldn't halfway be that bad. And she said I probably would have enjoyed the movie had I not, had I read the book after I watched the movie. So that's just, I don't know how that popped up, but it did. I think that was all I wanted to say on that. It was good. So hop down in the comments, guys, and share with me if you remember that show or if you have ever read the book or anything. And let me see. I keep feeling like it's something else I was going to say about it. But I do know I tried to get my girls to watch it with me about 3 years ago when I got ready to try to read that book one time. Oh, they just couldn't understand. They couldn't understand. What is so scary about that? La, 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 la. I said, it must have just been the time and the era. I don't know. So they didn't really care for it. And so that ended our family night. Because I couldn't get them to like that book. But anyway, Book Connectors, hop down in the comments and share with us how you feel or if you've ever read the book. And subscribers, thank you so much for being subscribed to the channel. Visitors, I do sincerely thank you. Feel free to come on in and meet the family. And then everyone, please remember to check to make sure that you're still subscribed. And like, share, comment respectfully. Remember, only share as much as you care to share with us. And then have your notification bells not only turned on, but I need them to be set to all so you'll know every time I drop another gem on you. And in the meantime, Book Connectors, remember this. As long as there are books around, there is always something to read. And until we read and connect again, be safe out there. Enjoy yourself, enjoy each other's until we meet or read again. God bless, and bye for now.